Oh my gosh, sometimes I just want to shave my head because it's so frustrating to get foundation in your hair. Why do I keep dropping things? I think that's like the 4th time I've dropped something. Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. Today's video is probably one of the most exciting videos I filmed in a while. I've done a video like this before and you guys really seem to like this type of video, so I went ahead and placed another order on this website to try out some more of their goodies. So today's video is going to be all on the shopmissa website. I picked up a full face of makeup of new products that are under $1 and I'm really excited. A lot of these products look very promising. So if you guys want to see me create a full face of makeup with products under $1, then just go ahead and keep watching. Okay, so I'm trying to decide if I want to do my brows first or get my foundation on because I am breaking out really badly. So I'm not sure what I want to do. Okay, I'm gonna do the eyebrows first, but I'm gonna go ahead and prime my face so it can kind of sink into my skin. So like I said, I have a full face of shopmissa products and I actually even have a brush set. It comes in this little like bag, but it's like belted. It's very cool. I'm actually very excited and the brushes feel so promising. I'm so excited to use them. So it comes with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 brushes and it was like $10, I believe. And let me see if I can hold these up without. So these are what the brushes look like. I'm very excited. And like I said, a lot of these seem super promising. So I'm very excited. The thing about this website being $1 is that a lot of it's so good that a lot of times products are just not in stock. So I have a foundation today, but I do not have a concealer. I think that's one of the only products that I do not have. Let's go ahead and get into it. I'm going to first be using the shopmissa No Pore Face Primer. This is what it looks like. It's super cute and pink and very little though. So not super luxe or anything, but like I said, it's $1 and I'm not picky. So I'm gonna just put some here. It's supposed to be a no pore, so we'll see. But off of feeling it, it feels very much so like a super silicone primer. So I don't know how I feel about that. I don't really use silicone primers very often, so we're gonna see how this works. This is all I have though, so we're definitely using it. So it didn't do much for my pores, but I will say that initially when I applied it, I thought it was gonna be very slippery, but it's already absorbed into my skin. So that's really nice. That's a good quality in a primer that it just kind of sinks into the skin immediately rather than it being slippy and moving all over the place. I also have a primer spray, which I don't normally use. So this is also from the brand shopmissa. So I'm gonna say the brands because some of the things are not from the brand Aoa shopmissa. So like a highlighter that I'm going to be using today is from Amuse Cosmetics. So there's products in here that are from the Aoa brand, but some that are not. So that's why I'm always going to say this is from shopmissa, just so you guys know what's happening. Okay, so this is the shopmissa primer spray for smooth and even skin. It says absorbs oil, minimizes pores, long lasting and fragrance free. So I believe, like I said, everything's under $1. Under $1, it's about $1. I will leave the prices on the screen because there's a couple things that are like $1.55, but everything is so cheap, y'all. It's so good. So what I'm gonna do, I'm worried about the spritzer because it's so cheap. So let's see. I mean, it seems aggressive, but not too bad. So actually feels very nice. So now that my face is wet, we're gonna go ahead and do my brows. So I have a few things for brows. I'm gonna go ahead and talk about all 3 and then we'll figure out what I'm gonna use or if I'm gonna use all of them. So the first product I got is the Aoa Sculpting Brow Pencil in the shade. This is the kicker. In the shade medium brown. So last video I chose taupe and that color just didn't work. It was basically green. So I picked up a different shade in it and we're gonna try out the formula today. And then I also have the Aoa Studio Brow Gel in the shade medium brown as well. So this looks very dark. And then I also picked up another Aoa Studio Go Brow Fiber Gel in the clear version, I believe. This is one of the best brow gels. It looks super scary when you take it out like this, but I promise it's a great brow gel and it's $1. So that's great. Let's go ahead and do our brows. I think I don't have any brushes in here that will work for brows, so I'm gonna use a regular brow. So I think I'm gonna start with the brow gel. I don't ever use something like this, so that's why I'm tempted to use it, just because I want to try new things, you know? So I don't know how to even go about this. I'm just gonna try and put some on the back of my hand. I'm very scared. Just put like the smallest amount, and I'm just gonna kind of rub a little bit, put a little bit on the brush, and then kind of pat it off. I'm very nervous for some reason. Okay, get a little bit more. So far, so good. So I think someone that is experienced with this kind of product would say that it's not very pigmented, but for somebody that is new to it like me, I actually prefer that it's not super pigmented, because I think I would mess up a lot more if it were more pigmented. So I'm actually very thankful that it is not super pigmented, and I'm able to get really nice little hair-like strokes with this type of formula. So that's really cool. Actually really like this so far. It dries pretty quickly, so just keep that in mind. The only thing I don't like is I'm very particular about the lower part and it being even, and I feel like I'm not able to get quite like an even line on the bottom part of my brow, but we're gonna try a little bit more. I'm gonna go ahead and say that this is very dark. I'm definitely not used to having my brows this dark, but my hair isn't fully back to its normal color yet. I colored it back in December, so it's a little bit darker anyway, but still it's like really throwing me off that it's this dark. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna create the hair-like strokes again on this brow, and then I'm gonna come back and we're gonna try this brow pencil to just kind of make sure that this bottom part is even. So let me do the other side with the gel, and then we'll come back and do the brow pencil. I have such dark brows. I don't know if I like it. I'm just not used to it, so it's definitely something new. So I've just applied the gel in both of my brows. So I'm just lightly going to take the Sculpting brow pencil, and I'm just gonna try and lightly fill in this bottom part a little bit more so that it's darker. Oh, I can already tell you that I do not like this. It is so very waxy, and it's also a completely different color. Okay, I don't think we're gonna get much performance out of this guy. So never mind, we're just not even gonna do anything else to the brows. I would go for this rather than this. This is very waxy, and I don't think it actually dispenses a good amount of product. So I would probably go a shade lighter in the brow gel if I can. I think I picked this one because the other ones were really warm. So I think I might have picked the right one and it's just too dark. But what I'm gonna do is I'm going to clean up my brows really quickly, and then we'll move on to the next product. Okay, last step of the brows, I'm gonna take the Aoa Go Brow Fiber Gel. And so what you need to do with this one is you need to kind of take off the excess at the top. And then, so it's gonna, when you comb it in your brows, it's gonna be white. Don't be alarmed. You just need to brush through it with a spoolie afterwards. But this brow gel is one of my favorites. And it's really, really good. And it's only $1. So I'm just gonna rub this through my brows. It looks like I just came in from the snow. So now I'm just gonna take that same spoolie we used for the brows and just brush it out. And it brushes out perfectly. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and move on to the eyes. So here's the deal with the eyes. I ordered a palette and it actually did not come with the order. So we're gonna be kind of mix shifting what we're gonna do on the eyes here. I do have an eyeliner, but I don't think it's gonna smudge very well. So here's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna prime my eyelids with a concealer because I do not have a concealer for this video, like I already said. And I'm gonna powder them down, and then we're gonna figure something out here. Let me be right back. Okay, so I think what I'm gonna do, I'm nervous. I'm afraid it's not gonna blend out. I'm very nervous. We have to do something on the eyes because I have lashes, and I can't not have something on my eyes. So what I'm gonna try and do is I have this Powlighter pigment. It's just like a really pretty sparkly pigment, and I wanna try and put it on my inner corners. So if I do like the liner like smudged on my lash line and maybe just blend it out a little bit, put mascara on, and then put this in the inner corner with the lashes, I feel like it could look pretty. So we're gonna try and do that. Dear Lord Jesus, please help us. I'm not gonna use one of the brushes that come in there because the shadow brushes are pretty flimsy. I'm gonna use something a little bit more dense to try and blend out this liner. I'm so nervous. So what I think I'm gonna try and do is just put it on the brush and then blend it on my lash line. It's literally not even coming off. I mean, it's working a little bit. I know you're not supposed to pull on your eyes, but I literally don't know what else to do to try and get this to blend. That kind of looks like trash. Okay. I could just draw it right on my eyelid, but I'm nervous that I'm not gonna be able to get it perfect and then I can't blend it out. So we're just trying to do this. And then I might go in with a little bit of a smaller brush to even stamp it right on my lash line. Okay, that's probably as good as we're gonna get. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take another type of flat brush and just try and concentrate it on my actual lash line to get it a little bit darker. But looks like it's happening, it's probably because it's inexpensive, is that like when I put it down, it's just like bringing up the product underneath it. So it's not really doing what I need it to, you know? Okay, that's all we're gonna do on the eyes, which is really sad. I wanna do more. So I'm gonna try and take off this little guy, which I did. So I'm just gonna take this little powder lighter and, oh my goodness, and stick it on my eye. Whoa, this is not something I typically do. You might not even be able to see it on camera, honestly, because from my viewfinder, I can't really tell. Okay, now that I've done that, I'm gonna try and go back over my liner a little bit because I feel like it did get covered up. So let's see if I can add a little bit back, but I'm thinking no. Okay, that's about as good as we're gonna get. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna show you guys the lashes so that I can put glue on them, and then we will go into the mascara that I have. So the lashes that I'm gonna be using today are the Aoa Studio Premium Lashes in the style Ariel, and they're very pretty. I'm hopeful that they're gonna fit me. I need to measure them first though. Okay, so for mascara, I have the Amuse Cosmetics mascara in waterproof. Oh, this should be fun. The last mascara I had was not great, so I'm hoping that there's higher hopes for this one, and it doesn't matter either way because I'm putting on lashes, but I still hope that it's good because I need something for my bottom lashes. So I'm just gonna apply this guy. So far, it's not terrible. It's definitely more lengthening and separating than it is volumizing, but it's not terrible. It's not terrible. Also, if you're wondering why my lashes are drying, my earrings and my necklace are from Blushberry. I just saw their ad on Instagram while scrolling one day, and I saw these earrings and I was like, I need them. And I love them. I'm gonna wear them when I go back to Brazil. All right, let's see if I can apply these lashes without making a mess. Oh, these are hard to get on. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Okay, I put on the lashes and I'm gonna go ahead and say that I do not like them. The lash band is super thick, and I feel them a lot. I don't particularly like them. Let me just like zoom you guys in real quick so you can see what I mean. They look nice from far away, but when you get up close you can really see the band, and they're just really not that comfortable. So that's not great, but let's not look at my face. Okay, let's go in with some complexion stuff because I need to cover up my acne. I don't need to. I love my face. The Lord gave me this face. But I have makeup and we can go right up. So let's do that. So I've used my primer and my primer spray. So now we're gonna go in with foundation. This is the Aoa Pro Wear Full Coverage Foundation, and I have mine in the shade Porcelain. And it says shake well, so I'm gonna really shake this up. And then we are gonna use the foundation brush. I'm having a feeling that I'm not gonna like this for the foundation. So I have 2 sponges. I purchased a few last time around as well. So this is the Paw Wonder Blender. This is $1.55. And then the Aoa Wonder Blender High Def Makeup Sponge. This one was $1, this one was $1.55. I would spend the 55 extra dollars to get this one. This one's not bad at all. It's a lot denser though, and it feels a little bit more rubbery, whereas this one feels really soft. I have this one already. Like I bought it in the first order, and I love the sponge so much. So I would get this one. So I'm probably gonna end up going in with the sponge. It actually feels pretty thick. I'm excited. Does that mean coverage? Let's put this behind my ear. It's not really blending out super well, but it also is thick, so I'll give it that. But I will say, this looks amazing on my skin. This I believe is also over $1, like $1.55 or something like that. So like I said, I'll leave the prices on the screen when I show the products up close, so no worries on that. Okay, that looks beautiful. I'm gonna put just a little bit more on this side because I have more to cover on this side, and I'm gonna try the sponge. It looks beautiful on. I am gonna put, I don't like to put a lot of product on my chin because that's where I get oily the most and my product separates, but I'm not keeping this on very long, so I'm just gonna go ahead and put some in these areas. So I got my second microneedling treatment done, and my face is still like pretty dry from that, meaning like I'm kind of peeling a little bit, so the texture on my skin right now isn't super great, so just keep that in mind if you see little like flaky bits on my skin. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna go in with the sponge, and I'm gonna go in with some on the back of my hand and kind of dab over any areas that I want a little bit more coverage, like my chin area. I don't have a concealer, so I'm gonna try and build up with this foundation rather than having to go in with concealer, so that we don't have to use non-Aoa products. So far I'm really liking this foundation. It looks like it's definitely more of a medium coverage, but what I really like about it is like the finish of it. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna conceal my blemishes a little bit, just a little bit. It also looks light on camera, but it's not. It's actually like a perfect match for me. Weird. And I'm gonna apply some underneath my eyes, and we'll come back in because I have a powder that we're gonna try. Okay, now we're gonna be going in with setting powder, and I'm gonna be using the Aoa Perfect Setting Powder in the Matte Translucent shade. And what I'm gonna do, I think, is first set my under eyes with a brush and then go back in and bake it with my sponge. This looks like it's a little bit more of like a HD powder, so I'm not too keen on it being good for photos because it's probably gonna have some flashback. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take another brush from that set and apply it underneath my eyes. I will say, wow, it looks really nice underneath my eyes. It looks very, it like didn't darken my under eyes at all, which happens a lot with a lot of powders because I'm so fair. So I'm kind of into this powder. I don't know if it's gonna bake too much because it is an HD powder, but you know what? We're gonna try. And then I'm gonna go in with this big brush from the set. These brushes are so soft, by the way, y'all. This whole set was $10. You need it. It's so good. I'm gonna take this brush. This is the Aoa Studio F21, and I'm gonna dip into that powder and just kind of set the rest of my face because this is the only powder I got. Let's go ahead and bronze up my face, but I've done goofed because I have cream products and I just set my face. So we're gonna try the products anyway and hope that I didn't really done goof that much, okay? So this is the Aoa Studio Sculpt FX Contour Stick in the shade Latte. If you guys watch my videos at all, you know that I cream bronze every day pretty much. And I use something similar. So I just take this brush. This is like my favorite brush to use, but I guess I can use one of these brushes. Okay, let's try one of these brushes. I'm just gonna apply this cream bronzer to the brush. Oh my goodness, I hope this works. I'm scared. I'm just applying some to the back of my hand, and I'm picking some up with the brush. And we're just going to see if this works. I'm just stippling it in because I put down powder. But I'm not liking this brush for it. So I'm gonna use my normal brush and I'm gonna apply it on there. I like this flat edge because I feel like it really presses the product into my skin. Oh yeah, so much better. Oh, I actually really like this color. Ooh, it's like a perfect shadow color. Stop. I'm so excited. And it's blending out perfectly on top of this powder. At least this side did. I think I might be having a little bit of trouble on this side. I actually really liked it. I think I'll like it even more when I put it on before my powder. I'm such a dummy. But anyway, I'm gonna go in now with the cream blush. Hopefully this works okay. This is the Aoa Studio Cream Sheer Blush in the shade Cupid. And I have a feeling that I'm gonna need to use a more dense brush than these. These are really good brushes. They're just a little bit more loose. So I'm gonna have to use either a denser brush or maybe a sponge. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna dip it in there, and then I'm gonna put some on the back of my hand. Whoa, this is pigmented. And put it on my cheeks. Okay. Why does this look beautiful? It looks like it's a lot on camera, but I promise you it's not. Oh my goodness, what the heck, Aoa? Dye this down a little bit. I'm gonna lightly just press over those. I'm not gonna like superset them, but I'm just gonna go over them a little bit because I have another blush, but I don't know if I need it. That was the only bronzer I got because I've struggled last time to find a bronzer, so I didn't wanna get one and it not be the right one anyway. So let's just put a little bit of it on. So this is the Aoa Perfect Blush in the shade Darling, and I'm gonna take, let's see, let's take the one I used for bronzer. This looks like it'll be a good blush brush. This is the Aoa Studio F24, and this is such a small little blush, but this color is really pretty. I'm excited to try it out. I'm probably not even gonna be able to tell because of the blush that I already have on, but I'm looking blushy for sure. Okay, what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna spray my face again, and then I'm gonna apply my mascara on my lower lashes, and then we'll go in with the last few products. I know this is primer spray, but I don't have any other one. So it says it's fragrance free, and I smell fragrance. Okay, so let's go in with the highlighter that I have. So this is the Amuse Cosmetics highlighter in the shade, I don't know, because it doesn't say. I'm just gonna go in. I'm hoping this isn't an overspray. And that I don't like this brush. Ooh. Ooh, okay. I like it here, but when I face forward, it's got a gray hint, which means one of two things. There's too much pigment in the highlighter, or it's actually too light, which is weird because I'm paler than pale. Yeah, just a little bit. You might not even be able to notice it on camera, but it's super pretty from the side. And I'm just gonna take a little bit on my nose, take some on my Cupid's bow, and then I'm gonna, with my finger, take some and pop it in the inner corners, just to kind of bring some life back into the inner corners. That looks good. Okay, we're almost done, but it's time for lips. I grabbed the LA Colors Auto Lip Liner in the shade Mauve. And we're gonna be using this basically as a lipstick. I'm gonna line my lips, but then color in the rest of my lips because the thing that we have for on top is actually a gloss. So let's see how this lip liner does. So far, so good. So then I just take my finger over the lip line just a little bit to dissipate it. I don't want it to be like super strong. And then I'm just gonna fill in my lips. Okay, that's really pretty. I actually really like that a lot. So now we're going to be going in with the lip gloss. This is the Aoa Studio Lip Pop Lip Gloss, and I have mine in the shade Starlit. I really like this color. It's like a beautiful mauve, and put this right on top. Okay, first thing I'm noticing is it's not really glossy. It's not like super glossy like I expected it to be. Oh, not that you should ever eat your gloss, but I can taste that it smells bad. Here's the lip combo. I actually really like it a lot. I think I like the lip liner more than I like the lip gloss. It just, I feel like I'd be getting that in my mouth a lot, and I don't particularly like it. Right, let's just go through. I'm gonna go through very quickly. I don't really think this did much, but it's not bad. I like the primer water. I liked the foundation. I used my own concealer. I liked the powder. I don't think I would use it for photography moments, but other than that, I actually really liked it. Liked the cream contour stick, liked the blush, liked the other blush. The powder and the cream were really nice. I would probably pass on this just because if it's making a gray cast on me, it's gonna make a gray cast on pretty much anyone because I'm so light. And I think if you can get one thing from this thing, it's the brushes. I think they're incredible. 10 brushes for $10. They feel sturdy, they feel good, and they come in a little belt. So it's really nice. I think that's one of my favorite products. I also really liked this. I think it's a little bit dark for me, but I love this product. I also love the brow gel. Don't get this. It didn't work. I say yes on the sponges. I would go for this one, but this one's good too. They're $1. They're so inexpensive. And oh, I actually didn't mind the mascara. I don't think it's gonna be the first choice, but I think this is a lot better than a lot of mascaras that are way more than $1. So that's incredible. I would also say no on the eyeliner. It just was really hard to work with. It was not my favorite. I like this. I think it's pretty. It's not like anything super wow for me, but I thought it was pretty. I would say no on this. It not smells bad. It tastes bad. And the lip liner, I would say go for it. It's really pretty. And lastly, lashes. No. I think that they're pretty from far away, but when you get up close, they're definitely a thick band and they're very uncomfortable. So I would say no on that. But yeah, guys, that is it for this video. If you guys liked it, please make sure to give this video a big thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.